Welcome. We are here hanging out, doing some tarot readings on Friday night. It is Friday night. Ready to do some tarot. Just chilling over here, having my water. Waiting for people to join. All right, shuffle some decks while we're sitting here. Get my thought all mixed up. See what's going on. Terry Ann, Nua, welcome. It's good to see you. Sese, welcome. It's good to see you. Chalk Mystify, hello. Jocelyn, Haiti, Ursula, how is it going? Happy Friday indeed. I'm all excited about Friday. I'm all about that Friday life. I can tell you that for sure. For sure. So, let's see. We got Della, Yesenia. Hello, how's it going? Got a couple new people in here. Welcome. It's good to have you. We're on Friday night. We do tarot readings. And we just sort of chill out here and do tarot readings and see what we got. Find out what questions we have. What happens with my homeowner's insurance lawsuit. Jiwan GL, hello. How's it going? Lady Blindwolf, hello. Tell me about my move to Florida. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Sid, welcome. It's good to see you. Let's see. What will happen with my homeowner's insurance lawsuit? Now, that is a good question. I think we all can relate to the HOA. What did the HOA do to you? What did they do to you now? They are really picky about everything. HOA lawsuit. What will happen? HOAs. You know, some are pretty good. Some are pretty good, but some aren't. Jasmine, hello. How's it going? Haiti, welcome. How's it going? Ishtar, hello. How are you? A has come back. Is he real with me or a fake person in love? Let's find out. Ishtar, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to find out about Jocelyn's lawsuit against the HOA. I'm curious what they did because they sure have some odd ways of doing things for sure. That's the first thing I recognized once I got into this new place. Hello, how's it going, Joe? It's good to see you, my friend. Let's see, I forgot to say what we're using for the HOA lawsuit. We're using the pre-Raphaelite Tarot. That's such a great deck. Can you tell me if the Taurus I dated will come back and if we're done for good? Appreciate any insight, recent financial issues. We got a lot of questions today. I thought I put down 5 cards. I put down 3. Wow, it's going to be one of those nights. It's going to be, it's going to be one of those nights. It is going to be one of those nights. Let's find out here about the lawsuit. And we'll find out about Ishtar's question. Right, so let's turn that off. There we go. Okay, cool. So what is happening with the lawsuit? Do have a very interesting thing. It seems some people are trying to get out of the lawsuit. I think they're going to be able to negotiate with you a little bit. This is sort of hitting them pretty hard as far as lawsuits are concerned. A lawsuit hits anybody pretty hard, but a company, an HOA, you can expect something, some kickback from the HOA activities. Crystal, hello, how's it going? Ursula, welcome. And Della, welcome. It's good to see you. So, yeah, you can feel some kickback from that HOA activities, but I mean, yeah, May, hello, it's good to see you. So, I think they're trying to get out of it. I think they're willing to negotiate. I think they're willing to just come to the table and do some negotiation. And I say this because they're sort of walking away from the lawsuit, walking into the void, and it's also sort of, affecting them rather negatively. It's something that they want to avoid at this point because I think that they know that they're in the wrong. It seems you have a lot of indicators that they're in the wrong, especially this one over here, just sort of hanging on to the money, trying to get that hang on to the money. I do think that if it went to a suit, if you went to court, by the way, I'm not a lawyer, nor do I play one on TV, but just reading the cards, entertainment purposes only. By the way, Medical Tarot coming this weekend. I'm starting the series. I'm interested to see if anybody's going to watch that and if everybody's going to hit dislike on it. I don't know. Takum, welcome. It's good to see you. But yeah, you're going to be able to hang on to your money. You're going to be able to hang on to your money if you go into the lawsuit. And I think they know that. They know that coming in They realize that there's going to be some issues with here for winning. They know that they're in the wrong. You do have a lot of indicators that they're in the wrong. They realize that the chances of winning are pretty slim. I think that you have more things to bring. I think you have more evidence to bring, a lot of different things to bring that they don't have. Hopeful So and Gabriella, welcome. How are you doing? So, yeah, I think that you would win it if you went to court, but I don't think it's going to get to court. Again, you know, it's one of the factors that they know that they're in the wrong, and they're going to try to, you're going to hang on to what you have. They're going to be a bit upset. They're going to try to negotiate. They're going to try to work some stuff out of court. So use that to your advantage, right? See if you can negotiate stuff. Once they sort of realize, once they walk through the evidence and they know that things aren't going their way, they're going to be more willing to come to the table and do a bit of that negotiation thing. That negotiation thing is always beneficial. Medical Tarot, let's see. Delighted to be here. It's good to have you. Let's see. Will I ever see this guy again? Okay, let's see. So, Joseph wants to know what is Medical Tarot. Basically, I'm going to rename it Tarot for your body or Tarot of your body. It's basically how to relate the medical astrology into tarot cards and then relate that to things around your body. So this card would mean the digestive system. This card would be the circulatory system, etc. And so you could combine those, see what cards are around them, and use that. So interesting, be an interesting series. I think I have a 50-50 chance of everybody hating it or people liking it. I don't know. We're gonna see. If everybody hates it, I think I'll stop at the first two or something and just give it up. But so A has come back. Is he real with me or is he a fake person in love? Well, this is not the love screen. We don't need the love screen for this. Ishtar, thank you so much again. I greatly appreciate all your help. Let's see. A has come back. Exclamation point. Is he real or fake? Let's find out. Is he real or fake? I hope he's real. I hope he's real. Let's find out. What is a real or fake? I think a real or fake would be the Hush Tarot. The Hush Tarot, if I could find it. I'm going to do a video this weekend as well showing you my space that you watch on the stream. I'll show you how that works. Millie, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it, Millie. We'll try out your general love reading in just a second. Chalk is all excited. He's like, I'm interested. I'm keen for that. I don't know. It's one of those, sometimes you have this good idea that's great in your head, and then you implement it, and then you implement that idea, and yeah, it didn't quite work out like you thought. But, you know, that happens. That happens to all of us. But hopefully that works out. I got a couple more cool ideas for some more series as well. We need to continue on with the TDM series and all sorts of good stuff like that. We still need to do the Solabusca series. So much to do, so little time, so little time. I wish I could retire from work early. I would just make so many videos. It'd be like 4 videos a day. Everybody would be like, stop making the videos, man. Juicy Pete, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. You're seeing L tonight. Can you say what's on his thoughts and traction for me? Cool. And Petra, welcome to the channel. By the way, please hit that subscribe button if you already haven't, and the like as well. We have 700 videos to choose from. I think we're going to do 3 or 4 videos a day this weekend. And we do like 1 or 2 videos every day that's not a weekend. So a lot of videos to choose from. All right. Is this person legit or is this person wasting your time? That's basically what we want to know. So coming in, very interesting card as we sort of sneak into this. I mean, I don't know how to sort of interpret that. A lot of that is sort of almost the defensive nature or a bit too much. It's a bit too much as far as that goes. So is he real or is he fake? I think that he's real. I think that this person is real, but they're going to carry a lot into the relationship. They're going to bring some baggage into the relationship. They're going to bring some things into the relationship that I think is going to be kind of interesting. Am I going to win my court case? Thank you, Haiti, for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. You're third in line. We'll get to you in just a second. But I think they have a lot of burden on them, and they carry a lot of burden. There's some things going on in their life. There's some things happening to where it's sort of distracting. They need to deal with that, and a lot of times they're distracted with that, and it's going to be sort of difficult to get through that sometimes and get their complete and full attention as far as that goes as well. So they're coming back again. I think they're carrying a lot of baggage, they're carrying a lot of things, and they need to be, they sort of need to be able to deal with that. And a lot of times you can't really deal with multiple things, or things are weighing on your mind and you're not able to accurately, go through and be in a relationship 100%. So, you sort of halfway there and halfway in another place. And that's going to be sort of a lot of the feeling that you have with A sort of coming back as well. A needs to just deal with some stuff and get the time and the energy as well to deal with a lot of that as well. And again, we sort of have that almost that defensive nature, just trying to get things back to normal, trying to get things to where they need to be comfortable with them. When they come back, I think that you're going to have mixed reactions. I think the person is real. But again, there's some complexities to the entire situation that you're going to sort of find out once they come back. But the yes or no question, are they real or fake? The one-sided question, again, they're going to be real. So the Ace of Swords means that this is an opportunity to really sort of start over in a lot of different aspects about the relationship. And a lot of different things are going to be happening. Again, starting over because things have changed in both lives, both your life and their life. Things have changed. Things have sort of progressed forward, and relationship is going to be a bit different than it was. It's not going to be a restoration of a previous relationship or a restoration of something that was there. It's going to be sort of brand new in a lot of different aspects. Again, you're going to have to deal with some situations you didn't have to deal with before. You're going to have to figure out how to sort of adjust to the different situation and how to adjust to this person's life that is now. But the Wheel of Fortune, the sort of the day-to-day activities, things that go around, come around, go around, come around, I think that this person is going to come back. You're going to have, whatever that you had, again, in a new type or in a new situational relationship that's a bit different than you have. And I think that they could possibly leave again and come back again. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune has a lot of different aspects to it. One aspect that I like to think of is the cycles of life, to where you wake up, you take a shower, you go to work, you come home, you go to sleep, you wake up, you take a shower. So you have that eternal wheel, sort of like, and in my tarot deck that I was designing at one point, my Wheel of Fortune was a mouse wheel. And the mouse wheel just turns, and the mouse is always, going. It doesn't really go anywhere. So it's the day-to-day activities of day-to-day life, and that's sort of the Wheel of Fortune to me in a lot of respects. But in relationships, you can also interpret not only day-to-day life, which could point to the stability of the relationship. The other aspect you could point to with a wheel is that is the coming and going of a relationship. So the relationship sort of dwindles down, the relationship heats up, it dwindles down, it heats up, and a lot of times we separate and then come back and separate and come back just to relive that great moment, or relive that honeymoon period, right? Which is so awesome, and everybody just loves it, and the cuddle and the honeymoon. And so, after that's over, some people just like to leave for a while and then come back and just reinitiate that. But there could be two different ways to see that. One is, again, the stability of the day-to-day life that is a good relationship, that is a stable relationship, and another one is sort of the leaving and come back, sort of renewing that honeymoon period again. So, but again, I think it's an opportunity for a relationship. So the person does seem real. They do seem to want a relationship. They have more baggage. Figure out if it's going to be permanent, or this is going to be something where they leave and come back again, leave and come back again. So you sort of have to gauge that as it goes, or gauge it as you see it, because it's not one of the things where you can sort of predict a lot or guess a lot as far as how things go, because things can change once they get back. You could be, really not that interested in them now that they have the extra baggage, etc., etc. So anyway, good luck, Ishtar, my friend. I greatly appreciate it. That sounds like too much work. He left, now he has come back. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Again, it's entertainment purposes only. Never make a relationship decision based upon some random dude on YouTube. But I'm just telling you what the cards say. Millie, excuse me. I should mute when I do that. Millie wants to know, general love reading. Thank you so much, Millie. I greatly appreciate your donation. Let's throw down some cards for general love reading. Everybody loved this deck the last time. This is the Dragon something something deck. Dragon something something by Lisa Hunt. So yeah, if you search Lisa Hunt, Dragon something something deck, that would be it. This is it. So in case you're wondering what it is, this is Lisa Hunt. By the way, she made the Fairy Tale Tarot, which is one of my absolute favorite tarots. Fairy Tale Tarot is so good. I think one of the only downside of the Fairy Tale Tarot is it's so complex. I mean, it points to so many different fairy tales that unless you sort of memorize the whole thing, it was kind of difficult to get up and running. Because you don't know, unless you're a real big fairy tale fan and you instantly recognize the tale, just having the card on the table kind of was confusing. You had to go back to the book over and over and over until you memorized it. I really didn't want to use it that much, etc., but that's how life goes. That is how life goes. Dragon Celtic Tarot. Thank you, Jade. Jade, by the way, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you hanging out tonight. Let's see. Aaron Shine, hello. How are you doing? Too much work and his mother. Okay. Will I get the job I'm hoping for? Kimberly Owens. My name is Kimberly. Okay. Let's find out about the general love reading. Let's do a 2020 love reading with some dragons. You can't go wrong with some dragons. You can't go wrong with it. Well, you probably could if they were real and they breathed on you and wiped you out or something. You could go wrong. But since they're fantasy, you can't go wrong with dragons. Green Ivory Tarot, welcome. Nine of Cups, the Emperor, the Magician. Okay. Actually think that, are you in a relationship right now? I assume not. For a general love reading, I assume not. Let me know if you're in a relationship. I do see some soulmate activity going on over here. So I'm kind of wondering if you are in a relationship or not. That would kind of determine how this works out. But let's talk about this. Okay, just in my opinion, as far as soulmates go, by the way, you have 3 different types. I think that you have a possibility to sort of run into an emotional soulmate. So let's talk about what an emotional soulmate is. Well, I have a video that lasts like 30 minutes talking about that. But anyway, I think you're in store to meet an emotional soulmate. Go to my videos and look around for soulmate emotional and watch the video because it's rather complex and a lot of different moving parts about that. But anyway, I think you're going to meet an emotional soulmate. I think it's going to be around July or August. So you're looking at the Nine of Cups pointing towards that emotional connection or this big emotional thing happening or the emotional satisfaction that's sort of coming through. Haley Mist, hello, how's it going? But yeah, you do have that emotional thing coming up, an emotional satisfaction event basically coming up. And again, I think it's around July or August. Maybe September. It depends on how fast it goes. Emotional soulmates are usually pretty fast. One thing to watch out for with emotional soulmate is they're easy to friend zone. Because you have that rapid connection, but it's not physical. You get kind of confused as far as what is this? But in my opinion, based upon the cards, it's an emotional soulmate. Okay, let's talk about this person. The person is going to be a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. I know how Virgos are. That may be a bad thing. I'm just saying, based on being a Virgo. The person is going to be a Virgo. They're going to be very interesting. They're going to be very dynamic. They're going to make that connection, that emotional connection almost immediately to you. And it's like you sort of know this person somewhere before. You know this person somewhere before. You've met them almost, you feel like. But you may have not. But there's always that feeling that you've met the person. And you're instantly sort of attracted emotionally to them. You really sort of want to talk to them. You want to do that. And when you talk, it's easy. It's effortless. You don't have to think up something. You don't have to be entertaining. You just immediately talk, and it's just so effortless and easy to talk to. So the person does have a family. I don't know. So we have the sort of the Emperor followed by the Magician. The person has a family, a career. And not a family like they're married, but I mean they have a couple of kids, and you're gonna have to sort of deal with that, and find out if that's gonna be something you want to walk into. But emotional soulmates, even if you do friend zone, if you are friends with them, I do think you have an opportunity of a lifetime with an emotional soulmate because they're like a lifetime person that you know forever and ever and ever. So it's going to be good news all around. But again, I think you're going to meet this person. I do think the person is going to be a Virgo. So we're looking at the King of Pentacles and sort of the Five of Wands as we end. I do think that maybe not a permanent relationship. Maybe we're going to go back into the friend zone after we sort of hop into, you know, the love. But again, friend zone, friends, emotional soulmate is always a good thing anyway, because again, they're there for life. The Five of Wands indicates sort of that breakup or sort of that conflict that sort of comes in. And I think part of the conflict is going to be with their existing family or with their existing people that they know may not be completely compatible with you and maybe sort of weirded out by the fact that you made a relationship that quick, that everything is so smooth and talking to people and stuff like that. I think people that aren't aware of soulmates, I think, are sort of creeped out by soulmates. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is sort of creeped out by them because it's not natural for two people that have just met 5 minutes ago to be talking about their deepest emotions. But that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, right? Anyway, but so prepare for that. I think that's coming. As far as a general love reading, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Let me know. Again, watch the video on emotional soulmates. I think it's important to understand how all of that works. So that's going to be really important. And I rarely have a soulmate reading come up. So when I do, I really want you to understand it, or I really want you to sort of be prepared as far as how that goes or how it works, what kind of weird things you're going to run into, what kind of breakup possibilities you have, and all that other stuff. Tarot Magician, hey, it's good to see you so much. All right. Anyway. But yeah, look for July, August, maybe September. And I'll say that once you watch the soulmate video, you'll understand why I say maybe September, because there could be a friend zone. There could be a run-up speed as far as that goes too. But don't be creeped out if you just start talking to somebody and you just immediately, the most comfortable you've ever talked to anybody in your life. You'd be like, yeah, let me tell you about this and about this. Oh, about this. So yeah, that's how it goes. That's the soulmate weirdness coming in there. Anyway, okay, cool. Thank you so much for watching the video. Greatly appreciate your general love reading and donation there. Juicy Peach, I'm seeing L tonight. What are his thoughts? And what is his attraction to me? Wow, this is a last minute tarot reading. I'm seeing L tonight. What's up? How about that? What's up? That's a good summary. What's up? Oh, we could have the love screen. Could have the love screen. What do you think, Tarot Magician? Is it time for the love screen? You know what I think would be a great deck? Oh, I need to scroll down. You know, I think would be a great deck for the love screen would be Barbara Moore deck, the Tarot in Wonderland, or the Wonderland Tarot, whatever it is. Anyway, I just love this deck. I do. Inga, welcome. It's so good to see you. Joe, welcome as well. I think I already said hi to you, Joe, but I'll say hi to you again, because that's how I roll. Just say hello a couple of times. A couple more times, maybe tonight. Who knows? Right. So let's find out about what is L thinking. What is L thinking? Let's find out. So seeing L tonight, no pressure. No pressure. Just that last minute info. Last minute info. I hope it's not bad. That's going to be kind of awkward. Like I'm in the car, ready to go see him, and all of a sudden I get a bad tarot reading. But it's not bad. We end with, look at this, 4 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. We don't need this other card. 4 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles. That's not going to be bad at all. Let's find out. Let's find out what we're dealing with for tonight's hot date. Tonight's hot date. All right. Let's see. Queen of Cups. Yeah. You're going to be kind of excited about it. I assume you're excited about it. We got the Queen of Cups right here. But also, you're asking me about it as well. It's Chris Ann, hello. It's good to see you. So, yeah, you're asking me about it as well. But Queen of Cups, I think you got that emotional buildup. It's like before you go to a movie, like, you know, you want to see the new Star Wars. Okay, well, not the new Star Wars. The new Star Wars was terrible. But let's say that the new Star Wars wasn't terrible. And you're like, I'm going to go see the new Star Wars, and it's not terrible. You know, let's pretend. So you have that emotional buildup. You have that excitement. You're like, yes, it's going to be awesome. Well, you know, again, not the real one, just in your imagination. So the Queen of Cups, you have that buildup. You have that emotional buildup sort of coming into here, right? The 8 of Swords, you're not quite sure what to expect. You're walking into this situation, you're not quite sure what to expect. I think you've been getting mixed messages from L. I think it's not entirely clear what's going on. It's not completely 100% transparent. I think L holds a lot of stuff back. L doesn't really let go, doesn't really just throw the dice on the table. You know, when you're playing a board game, you just throw that dice on the table and hope for the best. Or you playing craps in Vegas, you just throw it and everybody's yelling. I don't think it's one of those. I think it's sort of, yeah, the rise of Scott. Yeah, that one. Pretend like that one doesn't exist and pretend like there was a good one instead. Movie. But yeah, you know, you're going in, you're not really sure what L thinks because L holds stuff back. I think L has sort of this envisions the relationship being a certain way, and they really hoping the relationship goes this way. You know, I want to go this way, and I think L has the pathway of a relationship. Okay, a relationship should be this, and then that, and then this, and then that. But in reality, a relationship is like blah, 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 you know, it doesn't actually go like this and that. So you know, there's that. And again, that's one of the things to where you're gonna have to sort of put up with that, more or less, right? Sort of look at what expectations L has, and find out, you know, what's going on with the expectations, you know, what do they want, and kind of thing like that. Sort of understand that, and let them sort of talk. Don't talk too much if you're having a date. In other words, let them talk, sort of get them to say something about certain situations and sort of, you know, pick their brain about what they think about certain things and all that stuff. And, I think it's going to work out fine. I think you're going to be fine on the date. And again, we have the Four of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. I do think that this is a relationship opportunity. I do think that this is a way of getting into a good relationship. I think L has good relationship potential as per the Four of Wands. Again, with that stability and that home feel, sort of that Cancer feel, you know, not the bad Cancer, but the Cancer astrology sign feel, to where, you know, they really like a relationship. That's something that's really important to them. Because a lot of people treat relationships differently, right? This person, a relationship is something for spare time. This person, a relationship is something that's high priority. You know, it's something to put before work. It's something to put before anything else. And this other person could have a different way of seeing things. But I think that their aspect or their view of a relationship is a bit mixed. It's something that is a priority, but something that should not also interfere with life. And again, I think they have strict rules about a bunch of variety of things. So anyway, Yesenia, you donate, go over here. There's a $sign, and you click that, and then it'll link to PayPal or what have you. So the Ten of Pentacles, again, I think that the high potential of a good relationship. I think everything's going to go fine. As far as the date is concerned, just ask them questions and find out about stuff and see how all that goes. And you can find out if they like the John Travolta meme. You know, John Travolta meme. Do you find out? That would be the first question, right? So do you like the John Travolta meme? Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, be a listener and just sort of hang out and have fun. And, you know, have fun, right? A date is about having fun. A date is not stressful. A date should never be stressful. Oh, man, when I was young, I had dates. I was all freaked out. Whole night, I was like, oh, my God, is there something in my teeth? How's my hair look? I was terrible on dates. I'm a Virgo. I worried 5 times more than anybody else would. All right. But anyway, good luck. Let us know how it goes. Come back and let us know how that goes. Always interested to hear how a date goes. You know, and ask about the John Travolta meme, of course. Let's see. Will I win? Will I win court case on February 25th? Will I win court case? Let's find out. What would be a good court case deck? I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking we're going to use the Echoes of Nature. By the way, Echoes of Nature Kickstarter's going on. If you want a deck, hop on over there and get this massive stack of cards. Massive stack of cards. It's quite a few cards. Let's find out about your court case. We'll do something quite different. I do need a spread for a court case. We'll do 4 cards. We'll do a 4-card spread because we still got plenty to choose from even after the 4-card spread. All right. Oof. Find out. You think the Thoth. I'm thinking the echoes of nature. We got a dog. We got another dog. And we got another dog and a cat. Look at this. How interesting is this? It's not quite that simple, though. This does get complex. So let's find out how this goes. So, reading for a court case. Savor the moment, happiness, inspiration, unexpected friends. I do think that there's some unexpected things coming out of the court case as far as will you win it or not. I think there's some, basically, I think that, yes, you will win. You have inspiration, happiness, and savor the moment. I think that you will win the court case. Going to lose, let's see, what? Haley, we're in court for our son. He's 7 years old, and we're going to lose my son. I don't think so. I think that you're going to win the court case. I think everything's going to be just fine, basically. I know that's a simple answer for that. Amy, hello, how's it going? And Maria, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. But basically, I do think that you're going to win the court case. But there's more complexities as we sort of run along here and sort of wander in here. So let's find out what these are. The first is savor the moment. We're looking at Neptune. I think that there's a lot of different lies that are being told by the other side as far as this goes. I think they're sort of making up stuff. They're sort of inventing facts, and the facts that are being invented are sort of, you're going to have to sort of fight some of those, and you have to sort of deal with some of those. Dreams come true. Thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. But I think you're going to have to deal with some of those lies and be prepared to counteract any of the things that comes out as far as that's concerned. I think as far as the case goes and as far as where your son wants to go, I think that your son wants to be with you. I think it's a natural thing that they're going to want to come back and to be with you and to get this all over with. It's almost like, Catherine, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. But it's almost like that your son just wants the whole thing to be over. So please don't use this animals deck for my question. Okay. So don't like animals. But yeah, they want the whole thing to be over and the whole thing to be finished, right? To be finished. And I think that's an important thing as far as that's concerned, that they're ready to get it finished, and it's ready to be concluded in a lot of different ways, right? It's ready to be concluded. And I think that it's going to be wrapping up soon. I don't think that it's going to be drug out. I don't think that it's going to have more garbage come in that's going to cause it to be delayed. I don't see a lot of the delay sort of coming in, but I do see that you will win, and I do see that everything will work out. And I think a lot of people are ready for it to be over, including your son, and just to sort of, move past this and move on with life. And that's going to be an important thing here, because that's going to sort of make it go well, and I think, in my opinion, it's just going to sort of make it good. But I'm not a lawyer, nor do I play one on TV, so, this is just an entertaining reading. Unexpected friends, I think that there's, again, some unexpected aspect of this that sort of pops up at the very end. An unexpected aspect. It's almost like that there's a possibility of some rule or some stipulation sort of creeping in that you didn't quite expect. And I think that it's going to be sort of surprising. Sort of like this surprise ending, or, a lot of different things happening at the very, very end of it, in just my opinion. But anyway, I think you're going to win it. I think everything's going to be fine. And again, I know a lot of y'all are ready for it to be over and everything to be okay. So yeah, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Are the live readings at 6:30 Mountain? No, 6:30 Central. 6:30 Central. Well, welcome, by the way, Soka. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And NBC, hello, how's it going? It's so good to see you, NBC. And dreams come true, don't use animals. Okay, let's find out about the next person in line there. All right, so we did Haiti, we did Juicy Peach. Now we do Soka, Aaron's feelings for me. Let's find out. All right, so SL. Feelings for me. And reconciliation time frame. All right, let's find out. Let's see, what deck would be good for someone's feelings? I'm thinking the wheel tarot would be great for someone's feelings. Oh yeah, CPS. A lot of problems with CPS, that's for sure. That is for sure. I have a lot of CPS stories. But yeah, I wish they were a bit more effective, but it is a state agency, so, you know, anything with a state agency usually doesn't go well. State and government, they just don't run things properly many times. Sometimes they do. I mean, we have, you know, some fixing the highway that's over here around me, but other times, maybe not so much. Right, let's find out about, let's see, what am I doing? About Aaron's feelings for me. And Yesenia, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. I believe you're third in line. So let's make this graphic go away and let's do this reading. FBI. Lunatic. Welcome, Lunatic. By the way, if you're not subscribed, there's the button. Please subscribe and hit like. I greatly appreciate it. 700 videos on the channel. We got a new series starting this weekend. I'm all hyped. I love making tarot stuff. All right. Aaron's feelings for me. 7 of Wheels. 10 of Swords, 6 of Wheels, and 2 of Cups. I think that, I think we have sort of a mixture, right? We have a mixture of good and bad. Quite interesting, actually, a mixture of good and bad sort of creeping in here. One is the 7 of Wheels sort of planting that feeling or planting that emotion set and trying to get things started. I think that Aaron is trying to sort of get things started, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge, right? A bit of a challenge. It's sort of a challenge for Aaron sometimes to do that starting procedure or do the starting things that need to be done to get a relationship sort of going strong and going in the right direction. A lot of times that's just challenging. A lot of times that's a lot of work. There's no guidebook as far as how that goes, and sometimes your upbringing teaches you one thing, but reality teaches you something else. But yeah, I mean, there's a Stasia. Does he have a website where you can purchase his stuff? Yeah, it's right there. But yeah, sometimes I think it's difficult for Aaron to do that initiation or do that starting. It's almost like Aaron is waiting for someone else to start. Aaron is waiting for someone else to start, and it could be a factor of maybe Aaron wants someone else to show that they're willing to go the distance or show that they're willing to go the extra mile and they're willing to start that relationship and keep in that relationship. It's almost like Aaron has a fear of the relationship ending or a fear of the relationship going down the toilet. I mean, you see this with the 8 going into the 10, right? There's that fear that things may not work out, or the fear is maybe I'm wasting my time. Maybe if I put all of this effort into a relationship, because a relationship is effort, right? Anybody can hook up for one night, but a relationship is a lot of effort. And sometimes you're not willing to put a ton of effort in there if it's not going to work out or if it's going to work out negatively. And I think Aaron sort of has that feeling or has that a bit of that fear. I'm not saying he's just crippled in fear. I'm just saying it's a bit of that fear, a little bit of that, you know, hesitance or the reticence of jumping straight into something, jumping directly in and putting all this work in for nothing, basically, right? The 6 of Wheels sort of really points me to, you know, that the relationship will stabilize. I think once Aaron gets through his fears, once Aaron gets through the process and understands it's not a waste of time, it's going to be something good, and it's going to be promising. And, you know, everyone sort of shows that they're committed. Everyone shows that they want to go forward with this. I think it'll work out. We do have the 6 of Wheels trending into the 2 of Cups, right? The 6 into the 2, a difference of 4 declining. I think that 4 stability is sort of creeping in, almost that home feel, that stable feel into the 2 of Cups, which is an absolutely wonderful, beautiful card, especially if you're asking someone's feelings for you or asking about a relationship. Having the 2 of Cups sort of, you know, bookend the relationship after the work is put in and then the work turns out. The work is put in, you plant the seeds, and it turns out great. So this bookends the fears, this bookends things and sort of brings that positive outcome to it and that positive feeling into it. So I think it's worth getting through the fears. I think everything will be all right. Divination, hello, how's it going? Divination and the Tarot Magician, everybody's here. I need to do collaborations with both of you, by the way. Let me email you and we'll get some collabs going. I'm doing a collab Monday morning at 8 a.m. with Papa Squirrel. We're going to be looking at, by the way, we're going to be looking at the, where'd he go? We're going to be looking at the Slow Tarot. We're going to be doing a deep dive into the Slow Tarot and talking about the different cards and our opinions on it and all the different symbology and all of that stuff. So it's going to be a ton of fun. All right, so what is the next question we got? Siam, hello. Welcome back, Siam. Let's see. All right. So Aaron's feelings for me, that was Soka. And then we have Maria, incoming love. And then dreams come true, interview. How will the interview go? No animals? A no animals interview? That would be awkward to have animals in an interview, I guess. Incoming love. MR wants to know about incoming love. Let's find out. Is it live? Yes, it's going to be live. We're going to use StreamYard. StreamYard does not record unless you pay them $20. And I'm not willing to pay them $20 until I try them out. So if you don't get the live, you will not see it. All right. Light Seers Tarot. How good is that? How good is the Light Seers Tarot? Inga wants to know, why do I feel so bad in my skin? Huh. Thought your collab with Papa was today. Did I miss him? Oh, yeah. It'll be Monday at 8. I'm going to post an update on the channel, and I'm going to give you a link so that you can bookmark the link or what have you and come on in. Unfortunately, it will not be recorded because I don't want to pay StreamYard $20 until I try them out. If they're great, and I get like a collabs all the time, I mean, D's coming in with a collab, Tarot Magician's coming in with a collab. You know, if everybody wants to collab and we're having like this big party, I'll pay the $20. I'll pay the $20. It'll be fun. I think a collab, you know, it'd be fun to get all of us together at once. That would be cool. That would be cool. To get everybody together at once, have like 6 or 8 people just sort of hanging out, talking tarot. That would be awesome. All right, incoming love. Hopefully it will be slow at work for the slow tarot, Joe. Yeah, exactly. So the Five of Pentacles sort of means that you are in for a bit of a, we just want an incoming love. It'll be a bit of a delay, right? So we have that 5, that bit of that delay with the Pentacles. I think that you're looking at a bit of a delay as far as incoming love, maybe a few months or what have you. 5 and 4 could be looking at 5, 6 months, I guess, delay before you meet somebody. I think one of the factors when you meet somebody is it's going to, let's see, and it recorded so that you didn't have to pay. Oh, okay. Divination, I'm not really sure how you did that. I went to their site. Maybe I missed something, but the free tier, it said it didn't record. Maybe it does, and I misread it. I mean, you know me. I'm half alert most of the day. I need more coffee. But I think you're looking for a delay. Let's say 5 or 6 months, maybe 7-month different delay. One of the factors when you sort of meet somebody is that you are going to be able to meet someone that is sort of a water sign. You're going to have sort of mixed feelings about this person when you meet them. It's not going to be a big romantic relationship or a big booming relationship to where you change your life or anything like that. But I do think that you have a relationship coming, an incoming love coming. Again, talking about a water sign, someone that maybe is a bit too much as far as emotionally is concerned. Maybe a bit, they have wear their emotions on their sleeve. And it's going to be sort of difficult to get through that in many cases. You have to be careful with the person and sort of be, a bit gingerly with the person, right? Not to like say something horrible on the date or, something like that. They're going to take things the wrong way or what have you. So, it's a different kind of date or a different kind of water sign relationship that you have coming. And that points to that 4 of Cups, maybe the dissatisfaction with many things in their life. And, a lot of different things sort of moving around with the relationship is concerned. But I do think it is delayed. And what are we looking at with the Judgment and 9 of Wands? I think that the person is going to be a bit too anxious to start a relationship a bit too early. Basically, after they sort of don't know you that well, you not literally when you just meet, but I mean, you sort of dated a few times. They're a bit too anxious to go forward with that. And it's going to sort of make you draw back a bit. And then when you draw back a bit, now they're going to get a bit emotional over that and worry about that. It's going to be a bit of a drama as far as this love is concerned, as far as this relationship concerned. I think later on, after this particular relationship, you do have better possibilities. But as far as the first relationship that you're going to run into, going to be, again, a bit of drama with the water sign, a bit too emotional of a person. They're going to be wanting a relationship a bit too early as well. They've been in a dry spell for relationships as well. And it is something that's important to them. They like relationships. They like being in a relationship. They like the relationship life. And again, that's why they're sort of too too ready and too willing to sort of jump into something too quickly. And you're going to have to sort of navigate that and bring that back home and be like, whoa, 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 you know, and ease that up a bit as far as that's concerned, right? Ease that up a bit and be behind that barrier and be a little bit reticent to do anything immediately as far as that's concerned. That's going to kind of be on you to sort of put the stop on that and put it and slow that down and whatnot. But judgment does mean we're looking at a relationship. We're looking at that water sign, that watery feel coming in. Again, the cups, the judgment is sort of that ghostly, misty feel. And then you're going to be a bit defensive as far as how things go. But I think you have better relationships in the future after this relationship. But it's a fun, you know, little relationship, a little short-term thing if you're willing to go in there. Just be careful of this person's emotions and just sort of, you know, go in gingerly as far as the first date goes, and don't be, don't be too nervous, because this is going to be quite interesting. All right. Anyway, Maria, good luck. Let us know how that goes. I'm always interested in relationships and how they go. You know, sort of that it would be kind of fun to get on the phone and have people I read for talk about what they found and what kind of relationship they got in and all that other stuff when it happens. It'd be kind of fun to follow up. DCT, how will my interview go on February 20th? All right, let's find out. Jezebel, welcome. It's so good to see you. And Mo, I have not seen you in a while. It's good to see you. I appreciate you joining. Jay, hello. And Emma, hey, how's it going? And HC, hello. Just saying to everybody that's just joining here. Yes, good luck, Maria. All right, how will my interview go? No animal cards. Let's find out what would be a good deck with no animals in it. I think most of them have animals. Let's try well, no, that has animals too. Anna K. I don't think Anna K has animals. I don't think so. Maybe a couple. I don't think animals. Let's find out about that. Dreams come true. Good luck, Maria. Company is C. All right, we'll say about C. Ursula, welcome. I appreciate you coming and joining the stream. We got a packed house. We got a crowded house over here. All right, so let's find out about this interview and how will it go. So this leaped out of the deck, as you can see, and that is a great work card. Any interview card, the minute you see that 3 of Pentacles or that 8 of Pentacles, it's going to be It's going to be good. All right, so let's find out. Well, maybe not so much. I don't know how these swords sort of crept in here, especially the 3. It's highly interesting. So let's find out about how the interview is going to go. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Never make a career or job decision based upon some random dude on YouTube, right? So, the 8 of Pentacles. You saw this pop out during the shuffle. I am a card magician, but I did not cause that to happen, I swear. The 8 of Pentacles is a great work card. It's a very steady work card as we sort of move into an interview process, right? I think that the job itself is a steady one. I think it's going to be a solid job if you can get into it. If you can get into it, I'm saying because we have some negative cards sort of moving past and moving across. I think as far as the interview goes, that you have a female interviewer, and the female interviewer is very, very meticulous and very, very detailed about how everything goes. So when, again, entertainment purposes only, don't make interview decisions based upon me. Use your better judgment. But just based upon what the cards say, being very detailed and to the point is going to be beneficial as far as any questions that you get asked when you go in there. All the usual interview stuff, right? Make sure that you research the company. When they say, do you have any questions for us? You say, yes, I do. And ask 1 or 2 simple questions about the company that shows you did your research about the company. The usual stuff. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. So this is going to be a different factor when you come in and you find this out. Okay, well, it could be the manager is female. There's a female involved that's going to be very meticulous. So as far as the interview, make sure that you get the details first, and then do elaborate things going on as far as that's concerned. So get the detail first and make sure that they get the details in, and then elaborate on it later. one of those things, don't elaborate first and then get the details in. Make sure that you get the details first in so they hear that, and then they can relax and then elaborate across as far as that goes. But I think it's a steady job, and I think it's going to be a positive outcome for you as far as that's concerned. Now, as far as the negative cards, we have a couple of negative cards sort of in there. I think one of the factors you're going to have is once the interview is over, I think that they like you, but you may be challenged because you may be competing with other people. You may be in a situation to where they have a lot of applicants, or they're interviewing a lot of different people, and there's some people that are, could be competing with you, or you could have some challenges as far as actually getting in. So obviously it would be important to follow up and to make sure they remember you and follow up and say if you don't hear anything, and sort of find out what's going on. Because again, you have the 10 and the 3 right afterwards. And again, that is sort of a 10-3 resulting sort of in a 7 difference almost. It's a bunch of different factors coming in. And both of these are negative cards, meaning you could have that competition. You could be looking at, following up and trying to get it, or you could be looking at a second interview or whatever to get into the job. I don't think it's going to be a slam dunk. Again, just reading the cards, I don't think it's going to be a slam dunk first interview. I think it's going to be a positive interview. I think they're going to remember you, and they're definitely going to be on the list. But again, you could have a lot of different factors sort of creeping in after the interview is over. So let's find out about how that goes, and let us know how the interview goes, by the way. That's always exciting. I like interviews. I'm the only person in the world that likes interviews. So, that's just me. I like interviews because if you go in prepared, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So that's just me, though. I am a Virgo, and I am weird. So, that's just me. How will interview company C go? Okay, well, good luck, by the way, on the interview. I hope you get it. That'd be awesome. It's always fun to have the new job, too. You get to prove yourself. You get to go in and try to show everyone what you're made of, right? Will Taurus, wow, I butchered that. I dated, come back. Or is it over for good? I hope it's not over for good. I hope he comes back. Joe says, I hate interviews. Well, yeah, there's some of that too. I have no idea why chat is not showing up. Maybe if I hide it and re-show it. I have no idea why it's not showing up. But sure, we have some technical difficulties coming up here, and part of which is the chat not showing up. Is there something above it or something? Let me look. Maybe there. I moved it. Maybe it'll show up now. Anyway, if you're watching this later, I'm sorry the chat didn't show up. It usually does. Anyway, so will the Taurus and I dated come back? I think a good one with that would be the This Might Hurt Tarot, because everybody loves that deck. But mine is chipping. I don't know what happened to mine. It's peeling and it's chipping. You've always loved interviews and exams. Yeah, I like them too. I don't like exams so much because exams, that one popped out. Exams, you really don't know what you're getting. An interview, it's for, let's say, an IT position, and you need to know .NET, or you need to know MVC, right? So you need to know MVC, so you know what to look for, you know what to study for, and because it's IT, you also know what other things they're going to ask, right? So if it's technical, you're going in for MVC, they're going to ask about SQL, they're going to ask probably about some front-end technology, CSS, Angular, something like that. So you can study all that, and you can walk in and just rock the house because you know where it's going. So, I don't know. I'm weird. Okay. So let's find out about the tours you dated come back. They're gone for good. Oh, wow. Let's drink some water. Yeah, let's drink some water. So again, entertainment purposes only, by the way. Never make relationship decisions based upon random stuff. I think they're gone for good. And a lot of different factors with that. Let's talk about a lot of different factors that go along with the gone for good prognosis here, I guess you could call it. But again, entertainment purposes only. I mean, 8 of Cups is pretty clear. This one popped out while I was shuffling. 8 of Cups is pretty clear as far as the answer goes, right? So we're answering Pretty much the first card sort of indicates that you do have that abandonment. You do have that leaving. And yeah, maybe not so good. Good news as far as the first card goes and how we're sort of sneaking into the rest of the reading, right? So the other factor is we have the two knights sort of heading into each other or heading into each other for a conflict. Sort of going full speed right into each other, right? One of the factors is the pentacles and the swords. It's almost like a communication about stability or a lack of stability. And the lack of stability is sort of conflicting in several regards. I think one person wants one thing and the other person wants something completely different. And you see that obviously from not only from the swords of pentacles, but you see that from just the tinting of the card or the look of the particular card as well. So you have that conflict. You have that butting of heads that you have. And I think that a lot of things happened as far as what happened before or what happened when the relationship was. And some of that is sort of, coming to a head. And it's going to have to sort of settle down before the relationship is possible to sort of renew, right? It's going to have to settle down. You can't come full speed into that collision like that and that work. So things are going to have to settle down. You're going to have to work out some different things. I do think that you have a possibility of moving on into a different relationship. The Ten of Pentacles sort of having everything, right? We have the kids, the dogs. We have all sorts of great things sort of coming in. So I think you have potential for a different relationship, a better relationship, some other relationship as far as that goes. And the Eight of Swords says that's going to be, something that may not be forever. It may be a short-term or a long-term relationship, but it's going to be something that's sort of more satisfying as far as, instead of the Taurus, or more satisfying than the coming back of the Taurus. But as far as are they coming back, we have a pretty definitive no. As far as this is concerned, again, this is because of factors that happened with the original relationship. Until those factors are fixed or until things are changed or repaired, it's going to be a butting of heads, and it's going to be sort of a slamming of different values or different goals about what people want in that particular relationship. But again, the Ten of Pentacles says you do have an opportunity for a better relationship or another relationship, and it'll probably be a short, medium-term relationship. But that's going to be, something that you can sort of look forward to and take out of that. But I always hate giving the bad news, but again, entertainment purposes only. But, that's just what the cards show. It's a definitive no as far as that 8 sort of sneaking into that first card spot, especially since that one jumped out and it definitely wanted to be seen as far as that goes. Anyway, well, good luck with the next relationship. But again, entertainment purposes, etc., will ever be in my life again. All right, let's find out if B is going to be headed over back into your life. What would be a good one? By the way, this would be the last thing. Oh, there it is. The chat is back. The chat is back. I left because the Taurus was a player, but he still wants to see me. Just don't want a shallow connection. Oh, okay. Yeah, that didn't look too promising. Let's find out what would be a good one for that. What haven't I done lately? The Connolly. I have not done the Colony. Oh, no. We need the Thoth at least once a night. Joe, I need the Thoth once a night. I need to pull this out. I need the Thoth once a night, once an evening. It is time. It is that time for the best deck on the table. By far the best one on the table. Give it a quick shuffle, too. I love this deck. Someone better for you. Exactly. You don't need a player. Ain't nobody got time for that. Right. Ever be in my life again. We'll throw one more. Throw one more out there. And find out how that goes. Thanks everyone for joining me tonight. By the way, I'm back tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. And I'm back tomorrow morning, Sunday morning and Sunday night. So if you didn't get your question answered now, come back. We'll get your question answered tomorrow morning or Sunday morning or tomorrow night or Sunday night. One of the two. Finally, the Thoth. Joe's been waiting for it. Joe has been waiting for it. He's been bothering me all night. All right. will ever be in my life again? Yeah, be ever be in my life. Yeah, basically yes. Basically yes. So basically yes. We're looking at very positive Venus and Cancer as far as being in your life is concerned. Again, the first card sort of sets the tone for the rest of the cards over here, right? First card sort of sets the tone. And the tone we're looking at is that union, is that connection. I do think that you still have that connection. I do think you still have that union. I do think it's possible to sort of move into that space again that you want to move into there. There's not going to be all good news, though, because we have a few challenges sort of sneaking in as we go across here. Let's look at those. The first is that it's going to be difficult to get the relationship back where it was. It's going to be difficult to sort of get that flow going. And you'll see that some of the cups are flowing and some of the cups are not so much flowing. And sort of that top level, I think sort of that surface level relationship that you try to get going strong is going to take some time. It's going to take some time to get back into the deep emotional connection. It's going to take time for the trust to come back. And a lot of different aspects are going to have to be fixed as far as that's concerned. And we have the strength, meaning I do believe you're going to be able to work through that. You're going to be able to work through that and get that trust back. But it's not going to be a freebie. It's not going to be an emotional freebie to where you suddenly just come back, everything works out, everything runs together. It's just like old times. I really don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think that's going to happen. And again, as far as them being in your life again, I do think that is going to be some time before that happens as well, right? Because we have the Magician upside down pointing, by the way, that is Mercury, pointing at Mercury reversed, almost like a Mercury retrograde, where things don't get communicated or things don't get going. And then we have the proverbial 3, right? The work, the reward for your work. You put in the work, you put in the effort, and you got that reward. Watch my Thoth Tarot course about getting that reward. I put forth the effort, I got that reward. You know, you're talking about Mars and Capricorn, I got that reward. That being upside down sort of means you didn't get that reward in time, or it was greatly delayed. But again, the Magician, the communication not happening, again, being delayed. So you have delayed communication from B, and then you have a delayed time before you can sort of get back. Is it possible to get back? Absolutely. We have a fantastic beginning card over here, sort of sneaking into that. Again, is it possible to restore the relationship to where it was? Yes. It's going to take some effort. It's going to take some work. But I do think that both of you have the strength to get that done. I do think both of you have the possibility to get that worked out. And again, it's just going to be a matter of dealing with it and working on it. But again, we're looking at delayed communication and delayed movement through that process. But I think everything's going to be okay. And basically, yes, be patient and wait for things to sort of happen, wait for things to sort of work out, because it's not going to be in any sort of a hurry. Anyway, thank you so much for being here tonight. I greatly appreciate everyone being here and watching. Again, I'll be here tomorrow morning and tomorrow night and Sunday morning and Sunday night. So let's hang out then. If I didn't get to your question now, I'll get to it then. So thank you so much and have a fantastic Friday night.
Waking up in my bed, you're still stuck in my head. I'm not even hungover. I wanna call your phone, tell you what you did wrong, then ask you to come over. Not very good with decisions, know what's right, but I don't listen. I don't. And I complain and dismiss it, then I keep on reminiscing. I know. Baby, you're bad. Baby, you're bad. Baby, you're bad. Baby, you're bad for business. Baby, you're bad. Baby, you're bad. Baby, you're bad. Baby, you're bad for business. Baby, you're bad for business. Not good with consequence. I find myself back again, crying on your shoulder. not good